Alright, hello and welcome to the PS2 Online Multiplayer Guide for Android devices. Head over to Firefox and type in Armsx2, and this is a PS2 emulator that allows online multiplayer. So click on this link right here, and you'll be brought to the website. Then click on the Download APK button, and then download the most recent nightly build. Right now it's 1.0.7. Released on December 14th. Just download it. It's a .apk. The newest one will have online access. And I think after November, all the releases have online access for Armsx2. You're also going to need your BIOS files, so make sure you get your BIOS files. I can't tell you where to get those, but you can just search Google and get the Armsx2 PS2 BIOS. And then make sure you also make a folder called PS2 and put the game inside the folder. And the game we're testing today is Star Wars Battlefront 2. And you can also get the game artwork and just take an image, like search up Battlefront 2 box art on Google Images and then download an image, and you can put it in the same folder if you like to have an image of your game as well. And just keep them in the same folder. So just find this file right here. It should be in your downloads. That's the one we just downloaded from Firefox, which is the Armsx2 emulator. You click on it and then press install, and then it'll look like this. It's like a blue rectangular prism, and it says Armsx2. Just click on the app, open up the app, and we're going to go through the initial installation. So when it asks you to select your BIOS, find the BIOS that you downloaded. Mine is right here. So yours should look exactly the same if you get the same one. And then after that, you'll click continue, and it'll ask you to have a data location. So I'm going to go to that PS2 folder that I showed you earlier where my game is, and I'm going to create a folder within that folder, and I'm going to call it data. That's what I choose to do. You can put the data folder wherever you want. I just like to have it on external storage so it doesn't take up space on my internal storage. So here I am creating a folder called data. Now you can go back to the emulator and select that folder. So just navigate to your SD card and go to your PS2 folder, and then go to the data folder you just made and select this folder, and then there you go. Now just press continue. And it's going to restart this thing a few times for some reason. Just keep pressing continue, 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 continue. Just like this. I don't know why it does this, but then you'll be here eventually. And now you can select your game folder. So now it's just your PS2 folder. So remember that PS2 folder where we made the data folder? Now you're just going to navigate to that folder, select it, and then say use this folder. There you go. Now your game should show up. And now you can press and hold on the name of the game, and it'll bring up this menu, which you can then select the cover, which is that image that you got from Google Images. Now you have an image for your game. So now we are going to download the latest Turnip Driver. So this emulator actually allows you to use the newest Turnip Drivers, which is awesome. So in order to get the newest Turnip Drivers, go to Firefox and type in Adreno Tools Drivers, all one word, and then click on this first link right here. It'll bring you to a GitHub, and then go to the releases, and then should be at the top the newest Turnip Driver. Right now it's V26 revision 8. Okay, I was on revision 7 just now. I didn't know there was a new one, so let's get the newest one. Just click on that download link right there, and then you'll have the Turnip Driver. You don't need to unzip it, just leave it in the zipped up form in your downloads folder. That's fine. And now go back to the Armsx2 app. And first thing, we're just going to click on the game image just to test out to see if it runs. This will just be using the default Qualcomm system driver. Now the first time you click on it to start up the game, you will see this classic PS2 startup screen. It's not going to boot the game, it'll just do this. That's normal, don't worry about it. It'll get stuck right here, and then you're just going to close the application. So drag up on it and swipe it up, and then open it up again, click the game image one more time, And then this time it should start up the game. And you won't get the best performance with the system driver, the default Qualcomm driver. It's not going to be as good gameplay as the newest Turnip driver. But we're just going to test that it works. As we can see, it's loading up. It works great. That means the game file is 100% valid. It's a legal backup of your PS2 disc, that you used a DVD disk drive and you made a digital backup. So now let's get the better driver. Go to the hamburger menu by clicking that top left corner 3 lines, and then go down to settings. And then in here, we're going to adjust some settings. So whatever you see me change here, just make sure you change the same on yours. So in here, we can actually select our driver. Where you press the plus sign and then installs a new driver, we can go to our downloads and got the Turnip, the new one right there, the V26 revision 8, and now that's your driver. Now whatever game you'll play, that driver will be used, which is great. You can turn up the resolution to 3x. If the game ever slows down, just turn it back down to 1x. But it can handle 3x on some maps, which we will show a little demo of. And this right here will allow you to, see like a performance overlay. But I only want to see the FPS, so I'll turn it on, but then I'll turn on the FPS one, and I'll turn all the other ones off, because I don't want to have a bunch of stuff on the screen. So if you want to see the FPS, which I recommend being able to see, because then you know if it's slowing down, just turn all the rest of them off, but leave FPS on. And then here, I like to change some of these controls around. It'll automatically map it, but it has the PlayStation controls all wrong. It maps X to A, which really X should be mapped to B on the Retroid Pocket Flip 2, since B is at the bottom. Square should be Y, triangle should be X, and circle should be A. So I like to change that. And then this is just my personal preference. I like to switch L1 and L2 and R1 and R2 for this game, because I want to shoot the gun with the actual trigger, not the bumper. But this game, the original way it was made was to be shooting with the bumper, but I don't really like that. And it's cool that you can change it, so I changed it here. And one thing I forgot, we should change, at the top of graphics, we should change the renderer to Vulkan. So make sure yours is on Vulkan too. Now over here in storage and data, this is really important. This is how you get online. So leave all the top stuff default, and then scroll down to where it says enable dev9 Ethernet and enable that. And then where it says Ethernet API, you're going to change it to sockets. And make sure you change Ethernet device to WLAN 0. So now you can access online multiplayer. The connections is all default. So yeah, that's all you have to do in the settings. We're all set up to run the game now. Now if you run the game, you will be able to play normally. You can play the campaign. You can just, play the game normally as well. It's not like it changes anything with that. It plays really well with this Turnip driver. But just, like I said, lower the resolution to 1x if you ever get slowdowns. You will get some slowdowns on some maps, but some maps allow you to play up to 3x. So that's pretty cool to do. And the game audio for some reason is not coming through on the screen record, but it does work. It's 100% perfect audio. The game will ask you to create a profile name, and this will just be the name that shows up as well when you're playing online. So just make sure it's like a username, not your actual name, because you will be playing with other real people. And it's also just your profile, so it's like your save file for if you do play the campaign or whatever. And you can change your difficulty. I chose normal, and then you press save, and then it's going to save to the memory card. So now just scroll down to multiplayer, press X, and then press internet. Don't press LAN, and just press OK, OK. And then here you're going to press square, add/edit. There's not going to be nothing there, so you're going to have to press square. And when you press square, you're going to get this PS2, like it looks like the menu exactly on that PS2. So then you're going to press Add Setting. And then you're going to press Memory Card Slot 1, press X. And then you're just going to go to the right, D-pad right. And then you're going to press X on SCE Ethernet network. And then go to the right. And then just keep going to the right. For IP, we're going to do auto, go to the right. But for DNS, we're going to go down to manual, then press X. And then we're going to go to the right again. And now it's going to allow us to type in the primary DNS. So here you want to type in the correct DNS, which is 45.7.228. And then 197. This is the current DNS for all the PS2 games on PS2Online.com. I'll say that again, PS2Online.com. That's where I got this DNS number, this address. Next, you're just going to press OK, and then you're going to name this something. You can name it anything you want. I'm just going to name it SWBF Spy because that's the name of the dedicated servers that I'm tapping into. But that's totally up to you. You can name it anything. In the future, this DNS number, the one I just wrote before, that could change. So go and check the PS2 Online website and double check if you are watching this in the future what the current DNS address is. It should be at the top of the page in green letters on that website. So yeah, we're just saving this. We can name it whatever we want here, save it, and then eventually just press OK. And then when you get to this point, you can just press circle to quit out and press quit. And then you're done. That was all of the setup. So if you just want to go play the game now, you're done with this video. It's really only like a 12-minute video tutorial for the guide. The rest of this video is just going to be a demo of the gameplay. So if you're curious about how it plays, how it looks, then you can watch the rest, but really we've already set it up. Now it functions just like a PS2 that you can use online. So you click on this one, now you'll have this, it's not empty anymore. You can press X. It'll say busy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 whatever. Connecting to network. It'll give you this thing the first time you log on. Just press accept. You can read it if you want. And then it'll say authenticating. Just wait, and then it says okay, it's successful, yes. And then here you can say no, I don't want to make it a GameSci account. And then internet, you press join, and then here you just press X, and then you press save. And it's okay to overwrite the data, yes. And then it'll show the servers. Those are the SWBF Spy servers. Hopefully I'll see you guys fill up these servers because right now there's 0 people here, as you can see. You want to pick the one with the lowest ping. So that number on the right, see how it says 53 at the top? That's the best one for you. If you're closer to a server, you'll have a lower ping, which means the internet connection will be better. And make sure that your Retroid Pocket Flip 2 or whatever Android device you're using, make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi before you try to set this up, because it needs to have internet access. Right? I thought that was a given, but yeah, you do need to be connected to Wi-Fi before doing any of this, but you should have it connected to Wi-Fi already. You should know that already. So yeah, this is it. I mean, it runs really nice. And a map like this, 3x resolution is no problem. You will have 0 slowdowns, but you'll see a couple maps like in the future. I'll keep playing and I'll show you like a few maps. There is one where I do get a slowdown, and I just put it down to 1x and it plays at normal speed. The normal speed for this game is 30 FPS, so just look on the top right corner. If the FPS counter says 20, that means you're getting a slowdown. So that means you need to lower the native resolution to 1x. As long as it says 30, you can raise it up to 3x, it's fine.
not the north or the south side. No, it's not. It's the dark side. You are correct. In front of the Empire, to all you beta haters out there, we'll blow your planet up. What does thy bidding, my master? It's a disaster. Skywalker we're after. What if he can be turned to the dark side? Yes, he'd be a powerful ally. Another dark Jedi. He will join us or die. We got Death Star. 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 And you know that we got it. Death Star. And you know that we got it. Luke, get your ass over here right now. Quit monkeying around with that damn land speeder. Where are them two droids I asked you to clean, boy? You clean your room?
I'm glowing. I know I'm on probation. I clean the droids. Can I go to the Hashi station? I gotta lay away on the power converter. But now you're treating me like a scruffy nerf murder.
Use the force and run. Run to Dagobah. Run to Dagobah. Use the force and run. Run to Dagobah. Run to Dagobah.
I'm Yoda. I'm a soldier. I'm loaded and soldier. I thought I told ya. Don't be unwise. Don't be not by my side. You won't believe your eyes once the X-Wing rise.
Yoda, why you being a player hater? You know that I still must confront Lord Vader.
But Luke, not ready are you?
But there's a city in the clouds where they keeping my crew. A Jedi's gotta do what a Jedi's gotta do. So now Vader, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, that's right, R2. I just set a new course. We're going to Cloud City. It's a mighty good gin and tonic, which makes me up another.
Impressive. Now release your anger. You must have sensed that your prisoner in danger.
Oh, I just sliced off my hand.
It's imperative that you understand. Obi-Wan would never bother. Tell me more about your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
Then there's something I must reveal. Then I'm your father. 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 I'm your father.
Knock him out the box, knock him out. 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 Knock him out the box.
Okay, so this is the map where I get a slowdown. I guess it's because the snow is falling. I'm not really sure. It's also kind of a bigger, more open map. So you'll see that I turn the resolution down to 1x, and then the FPS returns to normal. So this is where it slows down. You can see the FPS counter turns red on the top right corner, and the game is like playing in slow motion. So if you swipe right very carefully and very slowly from the left side of the screen, you can pull out this menu, but don't do it too fast, because if you do it too fast, it'll close the emulator. So don't swipe right from the left side very quickly, because the whole game will close and you have to log in and you'll have to, start up the whole game again. But that is how you access the menu, where you can change the resolution. And for some reason, right there on the menu it said 1x, but really we're at 3x. But to get there, you gotta scroll down to where it says Settings, and then click on the gear, and then you can change. At least this is what worked for me with the resolution upscale. Change it back to 1x, and now it'll be at 30 FPS, perfectly smooth. This is like a good blanket setting, so if you just want to have like one setting that works on every map, so you don't have to adjust it ever, then just leave it on 1x. It just won't look as detailed, it won't look as high of a resolution as the 3x, but this looks like how it looked on PS2 now. So you might be wondering if this tutorial will work with other games with online gameplay. And the answer is yes. I have seen other people using this method to play Battlefield 2 on the PS2 Online. Just make sure you go to ps2online.com so you can check on the current DNS server address. So make sure that if it changes from 45.7.228.197 to something else in the future, make sure you update that number so that you can still connect to online services. So if you go to the website, you will see a list like this where you can check on all of the games that are currently supported by that DNS address, and you can see how many people are playing those games in the blue number, and which is pretty cool. I mean, there's not a lot of players, as you can see, but there are a good amount of games that are supported with online gameplay. So go ahead and try out some games and maybe invite a friend and play together. And if you want to play with me, let me know in the comments, or let me know on Reddit, DM me and be like, yo, I'm jumping on Battlefront 2, I want to play some games, and I would usually be down. If I'm around, I'll hop on with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and have a great new year. Bye.